Okay, so is anyone else completely and emotionally wrecked by the debt ceiling debate, or is it just me? Because I have had the hardest time focusing on anything. I've been stress paralyzed, I've been emotional and grumpy, and it's just been hard. So if you're having a hard time coping with the stress and the emotional impact of this mess, please call a warm line. Seniors and people with disabilities can call the Area Agency on Aging's Friendship Line at 800-971-0016. Anyone can call the NAMI line at 800-950-6264. These lines are staffed by trained peer support personnel, and they may not be able to solve your problem completely. They can't solve the debt ceiling themselves, but talking to someone can still be very helpful. I have been using warm lines a lot this year, and I promise you they make a very big difference. Okay, the debt ceiling drama is changing by the minute, and at this point I'm trying to stay out of the news, so I don't even want to address the specifics of that today. But there are still some other newsworthy things that we can talk about that are going on at the nationwide and state levels. So let's talk about those instead. Some good news. The Keys to Progress vehicle giveaway is open for applications, and the application period will remain open until August 4th of 2023. In order to be eligible, you must be an active military member or a military veteran with a household income that is at or below 250% of the federal poverty level. If you already own a vehicle, that vehicle must be presenting you with some sort of hardship in order to qualify. There are other requirements as well, but you can find all that information on their website. To request an application, you just need to send an email to keystoprogress@progressive.com. And don't forget to check out our guide at lowincomerelief.com as well, because I have personal experience with this program. My family entered in 2017. So great program, highly recommend it. The WIC program is making progress on their online ordering pilot. This week, the National Grocers Association submitted data to the USDA about how to make the program easier for independent grocers. I'm really excited to see this program developing because I know when I used WIC, gosh, like 15 years ago, WIC was really hard to use. So I'm all in favor of whatever makes those benefits more accessible. The New York Times has reported that hundreds of thousands of people have started losing their Medicaid coverage over the last few months. Many of the people who have lost that coverage are actually still eligible for Medicaid. And I know we talked about how this might be a thing. So people are getting removed for a lot of procedural reasons, like they can't find you or you didn't turn your paperwork in time. So if you've lost those benefits, please first check to see if you still qualify. And if you do qualify, then reapply or appeal your denial, whichever. If you don't qualify, then you need to make sure you check out our other video about other low-cost healthcare options in your area. At least 50,000 people nationwide have been impacted by the collapse of a popular California debt resolution firm called Litigation Practice Group, which was supposed to be helping people negotiate their debts and improve their credit scores. Some of these people who were working with them paid hundreds or even thousands of dollars for services that were never performed or that had very little value. And it turns out that this organization was actually run by a disbarred lawyer who had lost his law license for stealing almost $400,000 from his clients. So if you've been working with Litigation Practice Group, please check your bank statements, as some people have said that they were double or even triple charged for some of their final payments. You may also want to join the Facebook group called Taking Down LPG, what are you doing, honey? Where former clients are getting together to figure out their next steps and what they're going to do. If you are struggling with debt, I recommend contacting our affiliate, CareConnect USA's debt counselors. You can do that by calling 866-530-9949. The Debt Relief Helpline has nonprofit credit counselors who can contact your creditors, reduce your payments. You know, I wear this in all my videos, honey. You can't be doing that. And help you tackle your debts. Again, that number is 866-530-9949. All right, so I found a lot of local news updates as well, and people have been asking me to list the states before we get into them. So today's local news updates will cover California, Florida, Illinois, Kansas, Kentucky, Michigan, Missouri, Nevada, New Mexico, New York, Ohio, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Texas. So if you're in one of those areas, please keep listening. In California, a new state Senate bill called Homeless Housing Obligation Act would require cities and counties to provide housing for homeless individuals. However, city and county leaders across the state are raising alarm about this because it is expected to cost a lot. In fact, Lodi City Manager Steve Schwabauer said the city would have to file bankruptcy if the bill passed. So not clear what's going to happen with that. Yolo County Community Services Action Board will be hosting a hearing on June 13th to seek input on their low-income services plan for the next year. You can see a draft of their plan at yolocounty.org/CSAB. I only reviewed it briefly, but it looks like housing and employment are the two biggest issues that they intend to tackle this year. And Yolo County residents can either attend the event or email anisa.vallejo@yolocounty.org to submit feedback on that plan. It's a great way to have input in how your county is going to be handling those low-income programs. Also in California, the Assistance League of Coachella Valley is providing clothing for more than 4,000 children for the upcoming school year. The Operation School Bell program works with all 3 school districts in the area, and every participating student will receive 3 shirts, a pair of shoes, 6 pairs of socks, 6 pairs of underwear, and hygiene kits. So that's very helpful. In Florida, the state will hopefully get a boost to affordable housing soon. A new law called the Live Local Act is expected to create more affordable housing throughout the state. They're going to do this by providing additional tax breaks, funding, and other perks to developers who build affordable multifamily developments. The law will take effect July 1st, so we'll see how that goes. Also in Florida, a new grant in Pensacola City will allow low-income students to participate in after-school programs at the city's 4 community centers for free. This program will cover children between kindergarten and 5th grade, honey, stop it, who qualify for free or reduced priced student meals. This one's our runaway. She's always trying to escape me. Also in Florida, a new pet food bank is supporting low-income families in Manatee and Sarasota counties. Families who register with the Farmhouse Animal and Nature Sanctuary can pick up pet food and supplies. You will need to provide your name, address, phone number, pet name, and pet's weight to apply. Each household can register up to 3 pets. You can register using their online form, which I'll throw in the link below. In Illinois, the Adopt a Grandparent Garden program provides fresh fruits, vegetables, herbs, and flowers to local seniors in the McHenry County area. There aren't a lot of details on how to enroll in the program. Most of the notices I saw just were calling for volunteers. So I recommend contacting the Fisher Outreach Group for details if you're interested in that. Kansas has decided to increase the value of their SFMNP senior market vouchers from $35 a year to $50 a year. You can pick up those vouchers between June 1st and September 15th from your local distribution site, which is usually going to be an area agency on aging, senior center, or other nonprofit in your area. There's a list of distribution sites at kdhe.ks.gov. In Kentucky, registration is still open for the Summer Works program in Louisville. This program supports the city's youth by helping them match with summer jobs. Low-income students are prioritized for job matches, and there are currently 2,000 jobs available. Applications will only be accepted until June 2nd, so it's important to apply right away. You can apply at summerworks.org. In Michigan, a new program called Michigan Water Assistance Through Efficiency and Repairs, or MyWater for short, is available to help you with your water bills. Applications for Phase 1 are now open. You may be eligible if you were a residential customer in Michigan with an income at or below 300% of the federal poverty level. You will need to provide a copy of the past due water bill and proof that you are the one responsible to pay it. You can apply online at thafund.org. In Missouri, over 600,000 children are still waiting for their summer PEBT benefits from last year. This is insane. The Education Department has said that the benefits will be distributed soon, but have not given any sort of timeline for that. The Missouri Independent has been following this matter very closely and has been interacting with the state agency on behalf of parents who are still waiting. So I recommend following their news service for updates if you are still waiting for those benefits. And I'm sorry, that's a mess. In Nevada, the school year has ended, but students can still get free meals through the summer food service program. This provides up to 2 nutritious meals per day for students who usually receive free or reduced price student meals. You can find a location near you by texting the phrase "summer meals" to 914-942-7744 or by looking online at nvsummermeals.com. In New Mexico, an organization called Silver Horizons is donating free food, pet food, and toiletries to low-income seniors in Bernalillo County. In order to be eligible, you must be at least 50 years old and have a limited budget. There are 3 markets every month that offer these distributions, and local news provider KRQE has the schedule on their website. In New York, 2 law firms have filed lawsuits against New York City's Administration for Children's Services based on a 2020 internal racial bias audit. The audit showed that the agency tends to, quote, separate families and criminalize parents based on race. The report found that ACS are more lenient with removals and reunifications when the parents are white. The hope is that this lawsuit will correct this discriminatory behavior and stop separating families. Also in New York, a program through Sustainable Finger Lakes hopes to install heat pumps in 50 mobile homes by the end of this year. And that goal for that is to assist with energy costs. Sorry, I'm still distracted because I'm mad about that thing I just told you about. The program is funded by a grant, but may require the homeowner to pitch in some costs. It's not immediately clear. You can contact the organization for details about that. In Ohio, the first 6 tiny homes in the Bluff Street Village have been completed and are now welcoming new residents. I'm actually really excited about this. The village is building tiny homes that are just 400 square feet each for low-income residents. Residents who earn less than $18,000 a year are welcome to participate in this. And those who make payments for 7 years, the payments are about $400 a month. You make those payments for 7 years and you'll be given the opportunity to become a first-time homeowner through this program. The project is currently being managed by Larry Clark, a pastor at Monroe Street United Methodist Church. I assume that the church can provide more information if you're interested in that. It wasn't immediately clear by the news report that I read. In Rhode Island, the Rhode Island Public Transit Authority offers free bus service to people who are at least 65 years old or who have a documented disability. You must also have an income that is at or below 200% of the federal poverty level. When you apply for this program, you will receive a valid all-day photo ID, typo in my script here. You will receive a all-day pass that you can use to travel for free for 2 years. You can renew it at the end of the 2-year period. Unfortunately, you do have to pay a $10 administrative fee to apply, but that averages out to just $5 a year for all of your public transportation costs, which is still a great deal overall. You can apply online at ripta.com. In South Carolina, Greenville County seniors can pick up free food vouchers at 4 distribution events in June. You must be at least 60 years old, live in Greenville County, and provide a photo ID to get these vouchers. The events will be held on June 7th at the Simpsonville Activity and Senior Center, June 8th at the Travelers Rest City Hall, June 12th at the Berea Community Center, and June 14th at the Senior Action Center. An authorized representative can apply on your behalf if you cannot go in person, and each of those events have their own hours, so you'll want to make sure that you confirm that information before you go. In Tennessee, the city of Nashville is inviting low-income teens to apply for a paid lifeguard position. Students will be paid $15 per hour to train and become a lifeguard. There are only 10 spots available, but they haven't found enough participants. So please contact the Nashville Metro Parks and Recreation Department if you know someone who might be interested. In Texas, a landmark Dallas hotel called the Cabana Hotel is being renovated into affordable housing. The rental assistance waitlist for Orange County, Texas will also open June 23rd, so be sure to apply if you're looking for housing help in that area. And that's all the news we have for you today. Don't forget to check out our recent videos for more ways that you can save money and get free stuff.